You know, in the world of tech, a single day can feel like a year. So we're going to do something interesting today. We're going to unpack just 24 hours. August 27th, 2025. You'll see just how fast the future is really coming at us. Let's jump right in.
I mean, think about it. We're talking lawsuits that could completely rewrite the rules for AI, and at the same time, rockets that are pushing us closer to the stars. The pace is absolutely relentless. So, let's break down what one day in tech actually looks like.
All right, here's the plan. We'll kick things off with the wild world of AI and the hidden cyber battles raging in the background. Then we'll look at how the big dogs are making their next moves, what that means for the gadgets in your pocket, and then we'll look ahead to the next frontier. Okay, first up, the AI revolution. I mean, this is where the ground is just constantly shifting under everyone's feet. And this one day, it was packed with huge legal drama, fierce competition, basically the whole shebang. $1 trillion. I'm going to say that again. $1 trillion. That was the number looming over a lawsuit that honestly could have brought the entire generative AI industry to its knees. So here's what happened. The AI company Anthropic settled a massive lawsuit. Authors had accused them of training their AI on pirated books. And this is a really big deal because by settling, it basically sets a new rulebook for the entire industry. This is going to change how every single AI company gets its hands on training data from now on. And while the lawyers are busy, the tech arms race is just raging. You've got Google dropping a new image model to go head-to-head with Midjourney. At the same time, OpenAI is rejiggering its tools to keep developers locked in. But look, it's not all smooth sailing. Meta's flashy new AI lab is already bleeding top talent. It just goes to show, even with companies like Docker making things easier for developers, the battle for talent and for the market is an absolute dogfight. You know, all this crazy fast development in AI? Well, it creates a ton of pressure, and it opens up a whole lot of new doors for bad actors. And that brings us to the stuff happening behind the curtain, the unseen war in cybersecurity. So get this. On this day, researchers uncovered a really nasty flaw deep inside the 5G protocol itself. It's a new kind of attack that can basically hijack the connection process, the handshake your phone makes. An attacker could crash your phone or, even worse, secretly push you down to a much less secure 4G network. And the scary part? They don't need any fancy, expensive hardware to do it. And this wasn't just some isolated thing. The really wild part is the sheer variety of attacks going on. You've got state-sponsored groups tricking diplomats at airports with fake Wi-Fi pages. You've got everyday folks getting hit through cracked password managers. And then you've got the biggest cloud platforms on the planet getting breached. It is a full-spectrum assault out there. But here's the good news. The industry is getting smarter about fighting back. HackerOne kicked off this awesome event, basically a capture the flag for AI, inviting the best security minds in the world to try and break these AI models on purpose. It's a genius move, right? They're trying to find the holes before the bad guys do, which makes these new AI systems way safer for all of us. So, with the stakes getting higher every single day between the AI boom and the cyber threats, how are the giants of the industry playing the game? Let's take a look at the corporate chessboard and see what moves they're making. And here it is, the big one for pretty much the entire consumer tech world. Apple has officially dropped the date, September 9th. That's when we see the new iPhone 17. And, you know, this event sets the tone for the entire smartphone market, not to mention the holiday shopping season. Meanwhile, you're seeing two totally different stories playing out in the enterprise world. On one hand, you have a Broadcom exec just oozing confidence on stage, declaring the world runs on VMware. Just total dominance. But on the other hand, a new report shows that Intel is really struggling to get customers for its chip-making business, which is supposed to be the key to their big comeback. So to survive in this market, companies are teaming up. You've got Broadcom and AMD joining forces to build out private AI for big companies, and then you have Amazon and Siemens partnering up in India to solve the talent shortage. It just proves that in this climate, nobody can go it alone. Okay, so that's all the high-level industry drama. But how does any of this stuff actually show up in your life? Let's bring it right down to the phone in your hand and the apps you use every day. Oh, this is a beautiful one. It's time to say goodbye, good riddance really, to that clunky, annoying barrel plug for your laptop charger.
Framework just announced a 240-watt USB-C module. That's enough juice for a serious gaming laptop, which means we are finally getting a universal standard. This is a huge win for all of us.
And that AI we were talking about, it's quietly making your apps way more useful. Google's turning Translate into your own personal language tutor. The librarian app, Libby, is using AI to help you discover your next favorite book. Even hardware is getting smarter, with Framework teasing a massive new haptic touchpad. It's happening everywhere.
And on a slightly lighter note, even our cities are getting in on the tech game. The City of London launched a whole campaign with a very simple, very direct message for commuters. Please, please use your headphones. A very modern problem, isn't it? All right, for our last section, let's zoom all the way out. Let's look to the horizon. From the edge of space to the code on our screens, this day saw some truly incredible steps into the future.
This is huge, a truly historic moment. SpaceX's Starship, the gigantic rocket that's supposed to take humanity to Mars, it successfully deployed a payload in orbit for the very first time. This is it. This is the proof that the system works. It's a massive leap forward for the future of spaceflight. And while that was happening in space, back here on Earth, innovation was just firing on all cylinders. AI startups in healthcare are raising tons of money to automate all those annoying phone calls. For developers, Meta drops new AI tools to make building VR worlds way easier. And get this for a weird digital twist. Streaming platforms actually pushed a nearly 30-year-old Radiohead song onto the Billboard charts for the first time ever. Wild.
So if we boil this entire day down, what do we get? Well, the AI industry is going through some serious growing pains, both in the courtroom and in the market. The cyber war is real, it's constant, and it's happening everywhere. The tech you actually use is getting way more convenient and intelligent, and yeah, our future among the stars just got a whole lot more real.
It's just an incredible amount to absorb from a single 24-hour period. It really shows that tech isn't just one story. It's 1,000 different stories, all happening at once, all connected, and all moving at an unbelievable speed. It really just leaves you with one question, right? Are we ready for what happens tomorrow?